Samira. In this video, guys, I am definitely going to show you guys how I was able to turn my money into $300, and then the series goes on because our overall goal is to get back into $500, guys. So we do have our special guest. As always, we have Draco the Frenchie here. So if you haven't already, go ahead and go follow him on his YouTube channel. It'll be down below for you guys to go ahead and go subscribe. As you guys already know, before we get into this video, if you haven't already, guys, go ahead and go like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel because it is what? It is free, FREE. And if you haven't already, go ahead and go follow me on all of my social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, as well as Snapchat if you would like, at Samira Chinye, and as well as my business page for Pip Talk Planner, okay? So let's get into this video.
What's up?
Hey yo, Ren, turn that up. She said, show me some affection.
Alright guys, so we're gonna make this video pretty short. I didn't want to make it too long because, as you guys already know, if you've been following along with this series, you guys should already know how I trade by now, which I am super excited to bring apart. That I am going to start doing live streaming on my Twitch account. So if you do have a Twitch account, go ahead and go follow me on Twitch at Samira Trades, simply because I am thinking about doing a weekly analysis or a weekly question and answer, something to kind of get you guys just basically interactive with me more. A lot of you guys ask for mentorship and things like that, so to make it all easier for all of us, instead of trying to do one-on-ones and stuff like that, we're just gonna go ahead and do Twitch, and I think that would be very suitable for all of us. Of course, I'll be able to put the platform videos onto YouTube, so if you guys have missed anything in general, you guys are able to understand it as well. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so we pretty much stopped at, I believe, $137 the last time of our last series. And right now, guys, what I am doing is, of course, I am looking at every different time frames. Of course, my time frame is going to be the 15 minutes. So I'm looking at the day chart because if you look at the overall day, you can kind of get a whole picture of what is the trend of the market for that certain pair, okay? And I go in for a take profit at 33,805, and I'm going in for a sell because, as you guys can see, the overall day trade was a sale. So that gave me a complete confirmation that I'm going to go in for a overall sale in the 15 minute. Regardless of the 15 minute maybe going into a buy for a second, I'm going to go in for a down sale simply because my day chart is showing me that it's an overall downtrend. Also, guys, if you complete the rest of this video here, I will tell you guys my MA indicators. A lot of you guys have been asking me about that, and I did promise you guys that I will tell you about it. So if you stay tuned throughout the whole video, you'll definitely be able to get the MA indicator settings, okay? So as you guys can see, I am definitely up, and on the 4-hour chart, you guys can kind of see the sale where I got my position at, and then my take profit. And so I just wanted to show you guys basically the open opportunity of that trade. So basically I got in for 2 different positions instead of just actually doing a lot size of 0.02. I wanted to do 2 positions at 0.01 as my lot size. Okay, so then as I go back into the market, guys, I have completed that trade, and I was able to make a total of $15.32. So that is definitely more than what my compounding app suggested for me to make. So we are definitely on the road to $500. So it's super exciting. Then after that, guys, we go back into the market. Of course, I like to look at my day chart. I wanted to just kind of show you guys my open trade that I already have already, simply because I already went into the market. So I kind of forgot to record, but since this trade was still open, I wanted to show you guys how and why I got into the market. So as you guys can see, I am definitely negative $2, $3 right now, and that should not be worrisome to you because you're already up $52. So $3, negative $3 is not going to affect you unless it's negative $130, and that's something that we should be like, all right, what's up? But right now, you guys should definitely not be so worried, especially if you are very confident into your trade. So I just wanted to show you guys like the negative of it, because you will get into positions where you're in the drawdown. It's not going to always be in the blue or close to $0, right? You may get into a position where you get in the pullback, and that's completely normal. And you may not always get the perfect position, but as long as you know where the direction of that trade is going, you guys should be good, okay? So that is pretty much how everything's set up. I'm actually going to move on to the next part, is where I made my money. And you guys see that I'm up $13. So that's definitely more than what the compounding app told me to make. And then I go actually back into the trade because I didn't want to close out, because I was completely confident with that. And as you guys can see, once I go back to the history, I made a total of $23. So for me, being able to see that, I'm happy that I did not close out of my trade, okay? Then here, guys, we get back into the market, and I'm just kind of making more support and resistance lines because I see that the overall market has hit some different resistance and support areas. So right now I see an awesome sell stop opportunity. So I go in for a for a price at 33,504, and I'm going in for a sale, okay? And then my take profit is actually going to be 33,421. And as you guys can see back at the chart, when I go back to it, you guys can kind of see why I did it, because my MA signals are showing that it's going to be an overall downtrend. So I just went ahead and did that. So I wanted to get 2 positions simply because I'm feeling more confident. And I think it's best as a trader to always do multiple positions instead of just having your what's it called? I'm sorry. Instead of just having your overall like 0.02, because you lose more money like that. That's just my rationale. But from here, guys, I made $15.94. So we are definitely doing good. The market is really taking care of us, especially during this time of war and things like that. Also, guys, during this time, this was a moment where I was definitely hesitant to get into the market, but I seen great opportunities, so I had to get it. What I did before, I just wanted to show how the market was moving, so that's why I did that. The market was going in and out, in and out, in and out. So therefore, I got in for a buy stop, right? So basically what I'm doing right here is I'm going in for a price line at 33,805, and I'm going to place it. I always place my lines, my price lines first before I do my take profit, because I really want to get my price line at that exact margin, okay? So whenever I put my buy limit, the reason why I did my buy limit was simply because I did not see an opportunity for my buy stop. The market wouldn't let me do a buy stop. So if the market doesn't let you do a buy stop or a sell stop, do the opposite, okay? It's pretty much the same thing. It may be off a little bit more pips or so, but it's pretty much the same thing. So I want you guys to understand that if a buy stop doesn't work in your favor, you can go ahead and go on to the limits, okay? Do the limits, and then vice versa. If the limits doesn't work out for you, go to the buy stops or sell stops, okay? We are here, and we are going to look at the market, and now we're at $217. That trade itself made $26.20, guys. I really wish that I would have did two positions, but hey, we made some money, and that's definitely more than what we're supposed to make, correct? So then we move on to the next day, And now we're just looking at the opportunity of the market altogether. And of course, I like to go in and make some more support and resistance lines because my market has gone over or under my support and resistance lines, okay? That's why I make more lines. And honestly, guys, a lot of you guys have reached out to me and said, well, how do you remember these lines and things like that? Simply because I just got really comfortable with my strategy. Once you start practicing and being consistent with your strategy for at least 21 days, guys, you have to be consistent and be just overall consistent with a strategy, and you will definitely make it, okay? So I'm sorry about talking, guys, but I went back and I made a total of $6.70, and I'm super excited about that because the market did not have to give me money. So we move on. But all of these lines, they mean the same thing to me. If you are familiar with the strategy, with your own strategy, different colors and all that shouldn't have to like stop you from trading. You can do different colors and all of that when you're trying to demonstrate to someone, or if you're trying to just outline your chart on TradingView or whatever, do a back test. But honestly, guys, when you're on the go, you do not necessarily have to do all of those different lines, because you may start to just realize like it's just a waste of time, and then you're just losing opportunities of getting great positions. So that is why I don't take the time to change my colors of my resistance and support lines, because I just don't think it's necessary, and that's just for me, okay? As I go back, guys, as you guys can see, I am negative $34. So I wanted to show you guys, like, it's not gonna always be negative $3, negative $4 or whatever. But on the bright side, guys, if you're very confident in your trade and you have done your analysis, look at this, look at this. It's back down to 11 bucks, okay? So just imagine if I would have taken out that money, you know, like just imagine if I would have took the loss. I would have been upset at myself, because the market is going to try to jinx you. They're playing with your mind. So if they see that you're over here freaking out about $30, they're always gonna try to put you in negative $30. And every time you see negative $30, you know for a fact you're gonna say, oh, let me get out. But if you know the overall trend of the market, you should not be getting out, okay? So that's why I always say my strategy works. My strategy works. But sometimes there may be moments where you're going to be deep in the drawdown, which is not good for beginner traders. But if you're someone who has a larger account, it's actually not that bad, okay? Because the next day you're going to be up, right? You just had to hold on to the actual downtrend, right? So as you guys can see, it's definitely below our sell line. And guess where we are at? We are actually up $18.64. So just imagine if I would have got so scared at that negative $34, because I know a lot of you guys reach out to me and say, Samir, oh my gosh, your strategy works. And I literally got out because I was negative 90 bucks, but I could have made $100 and something. That's what I mean. So I was negative $30, but still I wasn't worried because I was already up $234. So that's not even more that I was concerned about, because I am looking for, if I was negative 50 or more dollars, then I would have been a little worried, because then I would have been like, okay, I got in at a wrong position. Maybe I can close this position out and then start back up at another position, right? But since I was only negative $30, that did not put me in fear. And then on top of that, I had 2 positions, not 1. Okay, so that's another thing in thought. So whenever you guys are analyzing everything together, you need to figure out, well, why am I losing this much money? Well, you probably had 2 positions, or you probably had 1 position that had more of a lot size than what you needed it to be, okay? So from there, guys, of course, as you guys can see, we have definitely made our money. It has definitely hit our take profit, and now we are up $284. Guys, we made a total of 50 bucks. So if I would have let that trade go, guys, if I would have sold, if I would have got out of that trade at negative $30, I would have been negative $200. But now we are up $284, baby. Hold on to your trades if you know the overall trend of that trade, okay? So then this is another opportunity. I wanted to show you guys, I didn't really show you guys how I got into the market, but I made a total of 16 bucks, which brought me up to $300. And that was just a quick market execution, okay? All right, so pretty much with this, guys, you're going to select F, okay? F is your indicators. Whenever you go into your indicators, you're not gonna have moving averages. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to main window and you're just gonna scroll down until you look for moving average. Let me see right here. Okay, so moving average is actually going to be in your trend area. So once you go into your trend, you're going to just press moving average. You're going to press moving average twice, okay? So you should have 2 moving averages like me. I don't have any other indicators besides that on my MT4. Once I go into there, your one of your moving averages, period, should be 12. The shift should be 0. Your method should be exponential. Apply to should be closed. And the levels, there's no levels, so I don't have any levels, but the style should be green and I have it in 3 pixels, right? And I'm just gonna save that just to be on the safe side. Then you go back to your F indicator, you go back down to your second moving average. My period is going to be 21, my shift is going to be 0. My method is going to be exponential, as well as applied to is going to be closed. There's no levels, guys, but the style is actually going to be red and it's going to be 3 pixels as well. Once I do that, your moving average should be similar to mine, just like this. Also, guys, I can definitely create a video on how to kind of just use your moving averages into your daily trading. Just to kind of help assist you and establish you a confident trade execution overall. I can definitely make a separate video on that so you guys can get a better picture. And then there are going to be some more videos coming out on how to really set up your charts and stuff like that on your phone, because my phone is just really my best friend. So hopefully that was helpful for you all, but that is basically my moving average recipe.